3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the HerdU podcast. I'm Tessa.
And I'm Adam.
And we are so glad you are here. Adam, how's your week going?
It's going good.
Good.
It's going good. It's busy.
It is busy.
A nice, smooth, comfortable busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Just
a good,
in the flow, like the work flow.
Yeah, I like it.
I have had a good week except for the freaking cold. Like who are the people that say, I love the cold? Where are you and what are you doing in these moments? Because I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like I looked at James and was like, okay, you can move us back to Arizona because I'm not here for that.
He's ready to ditch Texas already.
Yeah, and then somehow the hot water froze in the kitchen. Only in the kitchen, nowhere else in the house.
Yeah.
Washer and dryer that are in the kitchen, that still worked.
So, okay, maybe this is just a Hispanic type of deal, but me growing up, it don't matter what house, where we lived at, my dad, when it dropped below like 15 degrees, maybe 10, we would leave the sink dripping.
Oh, yeah, we did that.
And it still froze?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what I think happened. I don't know. So our faucet is one where there's not two, right? So you have like cold, hot, whatever.
Yeah.
I went to bed ridiculously early because I was cold. I was already mad at the world. I'm like, I'm cold. I'm grumpy. I'm going to go to bed. It was like 7:50, 7:45. I don't know. It was Monday night, right?
Yeah.
I think James forgot to turn it on. But if you don't put it in the middle, so it's warm.
Yeah.
So maybe he just had it too much on the cold.
Yep. Could have been.
I don't know. Everything else was turned on, but I was like, ugh.
No, so we do hot. It's just the hot water, but it's a drip. It's not like
you're
running water all night.
No.
So it doesn't. Anyways, it's not the cold water. Yeah, and it just keeps going. I mean, we even go to open the little cabinet doors
with the heater. That's what
we didn't put a heater there, but with the heat of the house, it kind of goes into the cabinets or underneath the deal. But we did that for the kitchen. We did that in the bathroom.
Yep.
And then of course you put those little styrofoam deals on your outside faucet, of course, to keep that. But
so, anyways, if you are a cold weather person, reach out because I don't know what to do. I hate this weather.
Yeah.
Like it just makes everything ugh.
Well, and it's gotten a little warmer, but I don't think the cold's really done.
I don't think so either.
Like, I think we're...
Okay, do you think we've shifted seasons?
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, remember when we get, like, super cold in November and December? Now it's, like, March and April?
Yeah, and I've said this for years, because even, like, not even the just the seasons, but also, like, when you remember we used to get tornado warnings all the time?
The naders.
And now it's kind of shifted over towards, like, the Dallas and then New Orleans.
I'm not sad about that.
I'm not either.
Praying for you Dallas people, but
it's shifted.
Yes.
Because growing up, I mean, you were like, oh, we're in the tornado alley.
Yep.
I don't think we're tornado alley anymore.
I don't think we are either.
We still get every once in a while. Don't get me wrong. We still get those warnings.
And in Hereford, I don't think we'll get a nader. You want to know my theory behind this? Have you heard this?
Is it the
cows?
The methane gas cloud?
They say we have a bubble.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So that's why we don't get the naders.
I've actually seen it. So you see like the storm coming to Hereford, and then it'll kind of like split.
Yep.
And it's like in a perfect kind of oval type shape, and it just kind of goes.
I don't know if there's any validity in that, but that's what I'm saying. I was like, because we have cow poop.
Well,
like,
yeah.
There you go.
the methane gas.
It saves us. You say, ooh, what's that smell? We say protection and money. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Somebody should make a song about that,
should.
right?
Yeah, we just drop a beat. We'll have Cody Porter come up with something
hey,
for
right?
high school choir. Be like, hey, can you drop a beat to this?
Hey, let's make it happen.
Anyway.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, so it's been a good week, just busy.
Yeah.
Things are moving along nicely. You know what's always so crazy in this position is after we get back from break, like most people are planning into like March or whatever. Not our department. Like we're already like 2 years out thinking of what things are happening. And that always just blows my mind. I'm like, dude, I can't even focus. Like, what am I gonna do tomorrow? You want me to come up with a plan for 18 months from now? Like, it's just crazy to me how this building is like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it, but it's just still like, whew.
It's something you don't think about whenever you're in a different position.
Yeah.
Like whenever I was at tech at high school, I didn't think of stuff that, that I'm thinking about now. I'm like, oh man. So it's great, but it's also like you've never thought about it that
Correct.
way, you know?
Yeah.
Crazy.
So thinking of planning ahead, Adam, what's the new scoop?
The new scoop. So a lot of you guys might know it as the computer lab at admin.
Yep.
We're renaming it. It's going to be the Learning Center or
Learning lab.
Learning Center. To kind of work out the details there. But we're actually going to turn that space into a more comfortable, accepting, cozying, learning spot. So we're excited.
Like stoked.
Yeah.
I am so excited.
And now we're working on it, and it's not going to happen anytime like super fast, super soon. But we go to TCA in a couple weeks, and we've been kind of tasked with finding furniture and how we want that space to look. Tessa's got some great ideas, and I think it's going to be amazing on how that ends up coming along. But
yeah, so like learning has changed over the years, obviously, duh. Because if you're not changing your learning, then what are you doing? But long go the days of you just sitting in your desk for 8 hours at a time, or if you're in a training for 3 hours at a time, just like no one wants to do that anymore. And you want to come into like an aesthetically pleasing place where your mind can be creative and free to do whatever. And so we're building up the walls, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I can see it in my head, but I can't see it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous about the wall building part, but
well, the good thing is that we don't have to build it, so
yeah,
it'll look great.
We got a really good team who's going to do that.
It'll
But
look great. But it's something we've
we
not
just
had.
want to create a space where you come in and you want to learn.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, sitting at the long rectangle tables, yeah. You know, like I know that's what we do, but like it just doesn't get me excited to learn.
Well, think about it. Whenever you go into a classroom and you just leave your classroom, like you leave it basic, it's not good for your students, right? You try to make it to where it's inviting,
absolutely
comfortable, to where they can learn, they want to be in there, and that's kind of what that's why our gear is to like make that place.
And it's not just for technology; it's going to be for anybody who wants to rent out the room. But like when I do my professional development, it's going to be in that room, and I want you to be cozy, and I want you to be able to move and work with other people, and like I want to just go in and be like or like if I'm in my office and I need a break, I want to just go in there and sit in there and just chill, right? And do your work from there. So we are very, very excited about that. We can't wait to see everybody's vision come together and just create a space that's fun for you guys to come learn and that you want to come to.
Yeah.
You know?
Nice cozy place.
Yeah.
Intimate, I guess.
Yeah, because, okay, I'm going to be really transparent, and I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this because, you know, that's just my personality. When we would have trainings over here in the computer lab, I'd be like, can I just be honest?
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, let's sit in a rolly chair that's going to roll and a long rectangle table.
Yeah.
I know that sounds horrible.
No, but it's the truth.
I'm just telling you, from when I was a teacher, I'd just be like, oh, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, we have to go over there. And so that has changed a lot since I've been over here, which is great. But I really can't wait to be like, oh my gosh, we get to go to Learning Lab.
Yeah.
You know, because speaking of planning ahead, what we were talking about earlier, our goal, and I don't think we could pull it off this summer, but our goal for next summer is to actually host a technology conference here.
Yes. With
our staff members teaching, local people around the districts teaching. But like, how cool is that going to be to show off our district? Like, look at our learning lab here.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm excited.
Super stoked. Can't wait. And okay, so let's do this. Those of you who watch this podcast, what would you want to see in the learning lab? Like what would make it exciting for you to come in and learn? Not content, like we've got that part covered, but like if you were to walk in, what would you want to see? Like, what would get you be like, I can't wait to go learn in the learning lab, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just shout out. You could leave a comment if you want, email us, but that'll be some good feedback for us.
Yeah. Yeah, put it in the comment section. I want our comment section to start blowing up.
You want some more comments?
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of comments. Every once in a while you guys will comment, but
our likes.
Yeah, our likes.
Like it. If you don't watch it, at least like it.
Yeah. Or if you're watched it to this point, then hit a like, right? And then we know that we had people like
for sure
that watched it.
But actually, I'm excited about that.
That's a great idea. Like, what would you like when you walked in to see in that space?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not necessarily that we're going to do it, but you guys are the ones that are going to come in here and like learn or whatever. But that's a great idea.
Yay, super cool.
Drop it in
Okay.
the comments.
Anything else on that one? I'm excited.
No,
I just can't wait.
It's great. I mean, listen, we've harped enough about it. We can't wait for you guys to see it, but we're just really excited about it.
Okay, let's move on. Control Command S.
Sheesh.
I did it this time. All right. So you guys know Canva is, I don't know if you know this, one of my favorite tools. Mm-hmm. I'm just kidding. I'm being sarcastic. I know you know this.
Everybody knows this.
So there is actually a new feature in Canva, and it is audio. Okay. So what does that mean, Tessa? So it has popular songs. Popular songs, yes. But it also has just other songs that you would want that you could incorporate into your presentation or slideshow or just whatever it is that you're doing. So I was at a training on Monday. Remember that freezing cold weather?
Yeah.
Anyways.
The one you were in?
Yeah. My hands are still cold from it. Anyway, so we were doing a presentation, and the lady, she's probably about our age. So like 90s music was a jam for her. Yeah. And so she had a presentation that had that music embedded in it. So it was funny. Like you would be doing something and she'd play like Hit Me One More Time by Britney Spears, or I can't remember. I don't think that one's 90s. I think that's more early thousands, but you get the point, right? Yeah. Guess what the teachers did? They laughed in a professional development. So I was like, all right, she's on to something.
You're like, what?
So anyway, so Canva actually has that feature. So if you log into Canva, which is free, by the way, guys, if you're not utilizing it, utilize it. On the side, you have your apps. So if you don't have the audio tab, that's not a problem. You can go down to there's a section under where your regular apps are. Like you have your text, your media, things like that, and click the waffle looking thing, and you can add audio. You just type in audio in the search bar and it will add it to your thing. So one of the things I thought of that teachers could use is everybody wants to be recognized on their birthday, right? Mm-hmm. Like a simple happy birthday is great. Some kids don't want the attention. I'm one of those people. I don't want you to sing to me. I don't want to put the sombrero on and ride I just don't want to do that, right? Like happy birthday is sufficient for me. But what if you searched in your templates happy birthday, already created for you like a little postcard. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to put any student's name on it, right? Yep. Click your audio tab, search happy birthday. It makes it like a little e-card, and you can send it to your students. Now, if you really, really wanted to get ahead of the game, you could look in their Skyward, get their birthdays, and pre-schedule the send at the beginning of the year in August. When you have so much time, right? I don't know why I'm saying that. But anyway, or at least get the first semester done. It will automatically send it to your students in your email. Yeah. And you don't have to think about it. But like, how fun would that be to get a simple like, hey, happy birthday with a da-da-da-da-da-da, you know?
That's crazy.
I don't know. So anyway, so there's a lot of really cool things you could do with that, but I was not aware of that. So I wanted to send that tech tip, like add some fun jams, appropriate jams to your presentations, or create little e-cards for your students, or even, what if you did, sorry, I got real excited. My brain's like, brag notes going home to parents about their kid, and you have that fun music playing. Yeah. That's another option you could do.
Look at that.
Look at that. Canva is my favorite tool.
No,
I would fight someone.
The thing I like about Canva is they're always thinking of something to make it better, right? Mm-hmm. You're like, what can they do to make it better? Well, they just did. Yeah. And they keep doing it. That's why it's a good tool to use. Uh-huh. And yeah, sign up for it. Do it.
It's free for educators.
Yeah, that gives me like.
The minute they start charging, I'm gonna create a mean ChatGPT letter. I don't think I can be mean like that, and send it to them. So anyway, but yeah, so give that a try. I think that's a really cool feature. So
yeah, that gives me like, what year was it that the e-cards were like super popular?
Oh, like mid 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember when you could put like yourself on the elf and dance for Christmas?
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of the vibes that I get, but
I know.
But it's crazy that's kind of coming back.
Yeah.
So it was real popular. It kind of died off a little bit, and now it's back to coming back because they were so like, I remember getting them all the time through email or whatever, and I'm like, what even is this? Like,
I love you from Anastasia. I love you. So,
well, like, and even happy birthday ones or, I mean, everything.
Yeah.
I remember all that.
I don't know. It's just so simple. Like, you literally just search for a design template, download it,
Yep.
and you don't have to do anything. Like, we used to spend hours creating that stuff.
Yeah.
Hours.
Yeah.
I mean, you still do with your graphics, but for people like people like me, I'm like, oh, that took 0.5 seconds.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Canva's great.
love it.
Give it a
All right,
shot.
man, that's all I have for this week.
That's it.
Okay. Also, this is what I'm gonna tell you. Guys, we forgot to do what we're loving last week. And I could tell Adam was kind of looking at me weird last week. And I was like, well, maybe he needs to talk about something.
Yeah.
Totally spaced it. I mean, it'd been a month since we've done it.
Yeah.
So, Adam, I'm sad that you did not remind us.
I know.
But let's finish the segment this way. Adam, what are you loving?
So I'm in at the beginning of the year, we always do this. We started off at church. So it's called the 21-day fast.
Right.
Anyway, so I picked a few things, and one of those was social media.
Yes.
Like I've gotten, and okay, so it's not all social, because I still have TikTok.
Yeah. And
But-
you still have to post stuff.
Yeah, and I do, but there's apps to do that, like Thrillshare. I'm gonna throw that plug
What's
in.
Thrillshare? I haven't
I'm gonna
heard
throw
of that
little
before.
plug. I'll throw that plug in there.
Hey, where do I get training if I don't know what to do with Thrillshare?
Well, just holler at us and we'll get it
Okay.
done. I mean,
Okay, anyway.
Kara and I could come out to your campus and help you out.
Oh, so website help. Everything else is just you and Kara, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Anyways, that's how that gets done. But I've really enjoyed time off of that.
Oh.
I've enjoyed not having to get on Facebook. And what's crazy is like the first 2-3 days, and maybe even the first week, like I would find myself grabbing my phone and looking for the app just to launch
So
it.
did you delete the app?
I deleted the app.
Yeah, that's
Now I still
smart.
have my accounts.
That's smart.
But I deleted the app, so I've deleted those 4 that I have. I only left TikTok, which TikTok I use for other things other than just social media anyway.
Right.
But that's been great. Like
for
I've
you.
caught myself being more productive. At
So
certain
you're on
things.
day 16. What is today?
Today is the 18th, and actually I was a little late, so it didn't start until I can't remember the date.
Your Siri's on.
Hey Siri.
It's gonna start talking to
Yeah, I
us
know.
in a minute.
Listen to her on the pod. So I was a little late to start. I didn't start it on the first,
Oh, okay.
but shortly after that I did,
Oh,
and
good.
it's been great.
You know, it's funny because that has brought up good conversation
Yeah.
in the office when we had that talk about that. And I'm not going to talk about like what everybody said they were giving up. One of them, someone in our office that made us LOL, Melissa particularly LOL. But anyway, so like I think that's a good thing just to kind of refocus and
Yeah, and I I'm gonna get back on it.
yeah.
But the problem is I was spending it's a production killer. Those apps.
It is.
And they are, and until you learn how to control it. Like if you've got the willpower to say, I'm just going to go on there and scroll for a couple minutes and then shut it off.
Yeah.
Then
Good
that's
for
great.
you.
Yeah.
I don't have that power.
I'm not that guy.
No.
Like I sit there and then I
Yes.
just squirrel into other things. So I will get back on it eventually. It's just been a good little like,
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of the things that Anastasia has to tell me is like, hey, did you see, your brother
Yeah.
did this or
Yeah.
that? I'm like, no, I didn't know that, you know,
Right.
but so she kind of tells me things like that, or my kids, but it's been great.
Right. So I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and we kind of talked a little bit about this, but there is a new addiction now, and it's called digital addiction that therapists are having to help people work through.
Yeah.
So it's a real thing, like especially in the younger generation, like probably around like our kids' age, like the 20, 21 and younger age, that they don't know how to separate it. They don't know how like Snapchat is really bad.
Yeah.
They don't know how to have that conversation, or what do I do when someone doesn't talk to me? Well, you go have a real conversation because Snapchat isn't a real conversation sometimes. Or they're addicted to the AIs where it's like, I have no friends, so let me have an AI friend.
Yeah.
But their therapists are, because it used to be like alcohol abuse, domestic violence, like addictions like that, like stuff like that. But now they're having to shift their focus in the mental part of it to digital addiction.
And you see it too, like, so we traveled a lot, right, this holiday season, and a lot of the parents to not deal with their kids' behavior.
The iPads.
Here's the iPad, or here's my phone. Like I saw it. I'm a people watcher, right? When we're at the airport, I just like to anyways, I was watching a lot of, younger parents, and it's younger parents that are like probably our kids' age or mid-20s, mid-30s, whatever, that were in the digital age, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing the same thing to their kids. They're handing so at that point, like the kids screaming and yelling, and they're not probably screaming and yelling because they want the phone. They're probably screaming and yelling because they want attention of some sort.
Yeah, or
and
they're
you're giving them
overstimulated.
Yeah, and you're giving them the iPad or the phone. And
it's crazy. It's kind of scary to think about what the ramifications of that are.
Yeah,
gonna be.
no, that's a real thing, and so
Anyway.
it's been great to kind of separate. Now I still get on Google, look up things, and I mean I'm still on my phone, but I'm not. When I'm done looking that up, I set my phone down.
It's
and
purpose.
Yeah.
It's purposeful now instead of just mindless scrolling.
Yeah.
Well, good.
It's great.
May the odds ever work in your favor and continue doing that.
Look, at least for another probably 10, 15 days.
15 more days.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be productive.
So here's what I'm loving, and you cannot judge me, okay? Because it's been a big debate. If you're on social media, you would know it's been a big debate. I've always been a Stanley girl. Okay? Love my Stanleys.
Yeah.
However, I think it was during one of the times I was taking Bromfed, and it made me delulu. And I saw an Instagram ad because I couldn't sleep. And so I ordered this cup. Okay? Now, I brought it with me today.
Oh,
so
look at that.
You can see it. So it's a Hydro Jug. And I think
What?
Simple Life makes one. So Hydro Jugs, you think of like the big ones,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This is why I have this. Look. Nothing went anywhere. But with my Stanleys, you only have the straw.
Yeah.
Even with the cover, the water would slip.
Whoa.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Yeah, and so like the ice doesn't stay near as cold as what the Stanley does. But like when I'm coming into work, because we had this conversation because I'd have my breakfast in my hand and I'd have to get the keys or whatever. My Stanley would always spill all the way down the hall, and they'd be like, "I didn't tinkle, like it's my Stanley." Or like I've even seen Dana with her Stanley, and like she's trying to open her office and it's like all on my carpet, and I'm all.
Wait a minute.
Anyway, it dries, it's water, it'll evaporate. But so now I can go to the gym and kick it over, or if something hits it, it doesn't fall.
Yeah.
I am very pleased with this.
Wait a minute. Are you sponsored by? Oh no sponsor.
No sponsorship because this is an educational purpose.
Yeah, just
However, Tessa _Stowe Instagram. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, hit me up.
No, but anyway, so it's and I think, and like I said, I think there's another brand called Simple Life.
Yeah.
And you're either going to love purchasing cups like this or you're going to hate purchasing cups like this because there's a big debate on this right now.
That is cool.
But when you're trying to get 80 to 120 ounces of water bottles just, oh, okay, I'm good. Sorry, I thought I would tangle. Like regular water bottles just don't cut it.
Yeah.
They just don't because that's like a lot. That's wasteful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what I'm loving. I love it.
That's great.
Probably like, I was like, you got your own money, girl. I'm not buying you this.
So compared to price, is it similar to Stanley's or is it low more?
So it's a little bit cheaper. It's way cheaper than Yeti's.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was about $46,
Not
which
bad.
I know is a lot, but I don't know. I really do enjoy it. So anyway. But it was one of those when I was drugged up because I was so freaking sick.
Yeah.
And then I saw it and I was like, oh. And then I woke up in the morning and I was like, did I order something last night? Because I'm not really a shopper. Y'all know that about me. Like I'm not a shopper. And I got an email. I was like, yep, ordered it. How did I even do that during my Bromfed haze? I was like, okay.
Anastasia does the same thing. She says that some of her best buys are whenever she's looped up on something. Like when she's sick or she's at the hospital or whatever, she's watching infomercials and she's like, oh, I need to have that.
Yeah,
so she'll order
we
it.
need that. No.
Anyways, some of them have been some of her best. So, okay, here's a question about Stanleys.
Okay.
Do guys drink from Stanley cups? Is that a thing?
I don't think so, to be
Right?
honest.
I've not seen it. And I heard somebody the other day, I don't know, it was on TV. I don't know what it was. Anyways. And he said some kids made fun of me. He's a teacher.
Yes.
And some kids made fun of me because I had a Stanley,
Yes.
and guys aren't supposed to have Stanleys. So that brings up the question, right?
Listen, you just be confident in who you are.
Yeah.
But if I saw you with a Stanley, I'd be like, that's wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not normal, right? It's not like you don't see
I
it.
think it's because it's the straw.
You think so?
Yeah. So James has a Yeti that he carries, but it's opened mouth. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like, it's a different attachment that you had to buy.
Okay.
But it's like an opened mouth, and then the lid screws on.
Oh, I gotcha.
So then it's like you're drinking out of that. So he has one of those, which is hilarious because he's lost it like 4 or 5 times. And it always ends up under his work truck bench, like the seating in the bench.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've lost my Yeti. And I'm like, look under your seat in your work truck. Like, it's so funny.
Where you lost it the last time.
Yeah.
Look there.
And then he also has a hydro jug, but like the actual jug.
Yeah.
That contains a lot of water. So, because
Cool.
technically you're supposed to drink half your body weight in water a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in ounces, right?
Or yeah, ounces. Hims is a big boy. That's a lot of water. So he has to have something kind of, but he will not carry a Stanley. Now he does have a Stanley coffee thing, one of the original green ones.
Yeah, I remember those.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
But not like he would not be caught wearing one of those.
Yeah.
But listen, you do you, boo. That's all I can say. Like if you want to carry a Stanley, do it.
If it floats your boat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember
kids
seeing that
are
video.
vicious.
Yeah.
They will make fun of you.
They will not. Yeah. They'll get you.
So anyway, you can judge me. It's fine, whatever. But I love that cup because it doesn't spill.
That's great.
That's the biggest thing is I don't like the dripping water. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody likes dripping water.
All right.
Cool. Well, hey.
We've come to another end of a great week.
Yeah.
Because we're positivity over here. Even if it's cold,
sure.
it's fine. So yeah, but I think that's all I have.
That's it.
That's it.
Here we go to another.
On to another week. Adam, we have one more week and then we get to go to TCA.
I'm excited about that.
Me
I really
too.
am. This is probably one of my favorite. Well, it's the only one I get to go to. But the first time I got to go, I was like, I want to do this every year. Like I want to come to this because you see a lot of new things, a lot of new, especially like on the technology side. Something that can help you guys, and then we bring it back and try to implement it here. So it's one of my favorite things to do is TCA.
Yeah. We still got to find other activities to do. We have a few days that are missing.
Yeah, and we'll find something.
Something.
That'd be great.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, we hope you have a fabulous week, and we'll see y'all soon. Thanks for joining us. Bye.